Good morning, everyone. Time for round 2. So I'm standing here where the sand normally ends and the water starts, but because of all the snow we've had over the past month, the beach has been practically pushed way out there. It's kind of nuts. Anyways, back to jogging. Since I used the other one yesterday, lucky Derek Jeter shirt number 2. Comfy quarter zip. And of course, I have to show the Nike logo because I'm such an athlete. Okay, so I'm going to head on downtown to the parking garage, which again is about 25 minutes away. I think I fixed the logistics this time as opposed to yesterday's fiasco with all the road construction. Got it on the other side of the river this time. So hopefully there's no road closures and I'll be able to get to the test with plenty of time to spare. Anyways, I'm going to teleport downtown now, so I'll see you in 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, I'm here in the garage now.
Here in my garage.
Not in the Hollywood Hills, but I'm going to get to the test now because it's already about 8:50 and it's probably like a 5-minute walk, so I'm going to start heading out now. It took me longer than expected to park. Once again. Oh well, time to walk. So just like yesterday, I'm technically not supposed to have my phone in the test room, so I can't really film anything in there. But this is day 2 of 2, and this is the multiple choice day. The first day was all essays, as I explained in the previous episode of the bar exam vlog. So this one is all multiple choice for, yes, 6 hours of total testing. That's 200 questions across 4 sections. That averages out to less than 2 minutes per question, and these questions are not particularly easy, or at least you do have to take time to go through them. So it is a bit of a speed game, and more importantly, it's an endurance game. You have to stay focused for quite a while, and it can be hard to keep your energy up, especially towards the 3rd and 4th sections. I was definitely slowing down after the first section, but thankfully time was never a huge issue for me during the 4 sections, which is great. A big reason I was able to stay focused and energized were thanks to the rally cannolis and the chicken wraps, just like yesterday. Thank you to my wife, Emily, and I love her so much. But anyways, before I go over the test, I did have a chance to actually get some footage of the library today since it was actually open, so I could show you the cool reading room that Chicago Kent has. I spent quite a bit of time here during my years at Chicago Kent, or at least during the first year and into the second year as well, before everything went virtual, of course. But this room's really cool since it lets in so much natural light, and it's just a great place to study. And here's a view west of the building, so not a whole lot happening directly west since the actual proper loop where all the huge office buildings are is to the east, and there's no view from the library to the east, unfortunately. But I finally finished the 4 sections of the multi-state bar exam, the multiple choice one, the MBE as it's called. So I'd finally completed the bar exam at long last. Now there still is a level of uneasiness that I'm feeling since you never really know, and I won't get my results for something like a month, but I definitely don't want to have to do this again. Time to head back to my car. Alrighty, got a couple blocks to go towards my car. Let's see, final recap. I think I checked some of the topics that were on the essays yesterday. And I think I probably got passing scores on all of them. Like I said yesterday, I felt like I was above average on a couple of them, most likely, and then maybe below average on a handful, or at least a few. So I should average out to passing. We'll see. As for multiple choice, hard to say. I think as long as I am consistent with how I was practicing, I should have gotten enough points. But it's hard to say, obviously, because I don't know which ones I got wrong. It's a lot harder to know what you're getting wrong in multiple choice. With essays, if you you can usually tell if you miss points because you'll spot the issue, but you won't know the rule, and you'll just guess. Whereas with multiple choice, you always have a chance of getting it right, but there's a lot of trap answers in there as well, so it's hard to say. But as long as I did what I did practice-wise, on the actual thing, then I should have a sufficient grade to pass. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, that curved building at the corner, you can see Union at the top, that's actually the headquarters for TransUnion, the credit rating agency. So they're right next to the Chicago Kent building. So for any of you personal finance fans of the channel, that is who does your credit scores, or at least one of them. So fun fact about Chicago and Chicago Kent. So my advice for anyone who is maybe taking the bar this summer, or is taking the bar in a year or two, or you're just thinking about going to law school in general, when it comes to actually preparing for the bar, one thing I'd really recommend is starting earlier rather than later. 2 months is not that much time to cram in a ton of content, because it's just so many subjects to cover so quickly. So the more weeks you can give yourself, the better. You can really lock down a couple of the bigger subjects, especially like civil procedure, property, that have a ton of content. So if you're in your last semester now, if you have even a couple weeks to just lock down or start on one subject, maybe one that you don't really remember from your first year of school or second or whatever, might as well start it now. The extra review will not hurt you and you won't regret it. And then you won't feel like you're scrambling at the end to try and lock something down that you weren't that good with. Also, I apologize if it's windy, since I'm on a phone and it's the Windy City after all. Oh, fun Chicago fact, windy does not refer to weather. It refers to the fact that the city has always had a bunch of windbags, aka politicians. And because of all those windbags, it was lovingly dubbed the Windy City long ago. Fun fact. I found that when I was actually studying for this thing, the first month really felt almost wasted. Not wasted, but it just didn't feel very efficient. I was really learning about how to study for this thing during the first month, and then in the second month I really felt like I was getting into a bit of a groove and figuring out what actually worked for me, which I found writing out stuff helped me a ton. For topics that I knew I wasn't doing very good on, I basically copied down an outline. That's what some of the Study With Me videos I posted recently were all mostly me writing out other outlines from my Barbary course. If you use a different course, I'm sure they'll have materials that you can use there too. But that was really helpful for memorizing topics that I didn't already know very well. Because there's a lot of niche issues and tests and standards, so being able to memorize a few more things, that could be an extra point on the multiple choice, or it could be a whole question for an essay. So the more you can lock down some of these niche things, the better. Here's my obligatory Sears Tower video. I will be working there when I'm not working at home, of course, starting in really, I actually start March 1st, so I'm excited for that. And so long as I pass the bar, I'll be an attorney there as well, which will be nice. So I'll probably be virtual most of the time anyways, just because that is pretty convenient, but it's still nice to come into the office to get work done. But yeah, I mean, there's a different strategy for every person. What works for me might not work for you. Same with finances and investing. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. It all depends on what works for you and what you're good at. I'm almost at my car, and to save you the trouble, I'll go ahead and teleport there in 3, 2, 1. Oh, God. Still not used to that. So I'm actually going to go pick up my wife right now, since she was going to take the car for me, and then I was going to take the train home, since she has to go to the northwest side of the city and we're on the north side. I'll just drive to go pick up my wife, and then we can say hi to her before signing off. I can't think of a better way to end the second installment of the bar exam vlog. Hi, Mrs. Duffley. Welcome to the bar exam vlog.
Congratulations.
Yeah, your cannolis and wraps.
Yeah.
They did their job.
I'm the reason you passed the bar, right?
Yeah. Hey, you want to tell the people to, do that thing on YouTube?
Like, comment below, and subscribe.
That's right. So, why don't you listen to...
And take care.
Yeah. And until next time, take care, everyone. All right. We'll be back with your regularly programmed finance content soon, so don't you worry about that. We'll get back to investing soon enough. But if you have any questions about the bar exam, just leave them below. All right, see you.